For the next exercise in the reboot, we'll go ahead and move down to the ground. For this one, we're going to be focusing more on our arms and kind of the stiffness and the weakness and the overuse that we do during your day with this. A lot of times things like texting on our phone, definitely working on the computer, gripping the steering wheel, holding our babies a lot can just really put a lot of tension all the way through our arms and even into our fingertips. And so what we're going to do is just a couple really easy stretches that you can do to kind of release these areas as well and get them moving and feeling a little better. Especially, my hands I know get a little sore at the end of the day just from the overuse, and so these are really nice for me. I like to do these. I like to do them in a kneeling position. You can sit on the floor. You can sit on a yoga block or a bolster or a type of meditation cushion, whatever works for you. So what you're going to do to start out with is you're going to take your hands, and I'm going to kind of turn sideways. What I want you to do is, and if you can't sit on all the way on the floor that way, you could always put something underneath your legs. Yoga mat actually works really well too. So just to give you something to raise you up a little bit. But you're going to take your hands, and what I want you to do is to simply put your fingertips. So get your arms in a position. I don't want you to have your whole hand on the ground, but I want you to have your fingertips on the ground. Nice splayed out. And then I want you to move into them, or you can move back a little bit so that you feel that stretch all the way through your hands and through your forearms. And we just kind of hang out here, okay? If you start feeling that your hands are coming down towards the ground, reposition them so really just all those fingertips, because once we get our hands on the ground, then we lose that hand strength and hand stretch and the finger stretch. So you want those fingertips on the ground. We're just hanging out here. And so for this part, you can just hold on here for like 10, 30, 60 seconds. Again, this is a nice one I do like when I'm talking with my husband or with friends and things like that. I did it really, I was in a MOPS. I'll show you the next one. I was at MOPS the other day, and I did a version of this exercise. And the other version of it is just using your fingers. So taking your hands and turn a little bit and literally stretching your fingers backwards, holding it a little bit. Another one here. And then the thumb one's kind of fun. Like put your hand out like you're going to, I'm trying to angle it so you guys can see. So you're like shaking someone's hand. Take your other hand, hold on to your thumb. And then I just want you to rotate that hand down. And then you should feel a nice stretch in your thumb. Here. You can do it on both sides. And then the last stretch we can do here for this, so we've done the front of our stretch here, is to get kind of the back of the arms, because the finger and the wrist stretch really get nicely on the front of the arms. But if you're feeling, especially if you have any issues with like carpal tunnel and such, we call it reverse prayer hands. So you may have done this before. What I really want you to focus on is keeping your thumbs touching and your fingers touching. So you're going to get the back of your hands, bring them to about your sternum, that breastbone, let your elbows drop, and then slowly bring your hands down. But once you start kind of coming apart here at the thumbs, then I want you to stop, or when you get a good stretch. And this will get, as I said, kind of the back, that upper part of the arm, the dorsal surface if you want to get anatomically correct. And this is a nice one again at the end of the day. If you have a desk job, this is a really nice one to do. Take a 5-minute break and do this one along. Here's another way you can double this one up too. Head hang. You seriously could put the head hang in just about everything. It's such an important exercise. You could ramp it while you do this. And as we get going in this course and things, there's some other exercises you can, stack on top of each other. So it's really easy, even though we're focusing on, at least one per day, that you can get several in the day, and you'll start realizing that. And the more that you can do, the more exercises you can fit in to release different parts of the body, the more benefit you're going to find. So I really encourage you to play around and see what you can do just to move your body and release it in different ways. So, whew, I like that one. Stretch it out. And that's kind of the fingers, hand, and wrist stretches for you.